Hello everyone, good morning and welcome in Let's Connect with Prerna. I wish you all a very happy Navratri. My today's guest is Miss Upasana and I'm inviting Upasana ma'am to join in for the conversation. Ma'am is principal of Army Public School, Bangalore. I need her to join for the conversation today. Welcome once again everyone. I wish you all a very happy Navratri. Hello ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Prerna, am I audible to you?
Ma'am, you're audible to me, but I am not able to see you, maybe because you're because of the camera.
Okay. 1 second.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we are. Okay. How are you?
I'm good, मैम थोड़ा सा आपको adjust करना पड़ेगा camera.
Uh,
Yes, perfect.
okay.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, absolutely fine, ma'am. So, welcome once again, everyone, and I am live with Upasana ma'am today, principal of Army Public School, Bangalore. Namaste, ma'am, and I wish you a very happy Navratri.
Thank you, Prerna, and wish you all and all the audience here. We all are watching. A happy Navratri and a very happy Ugadi and Gudi Padwa. There are so many festivals we are
Yeah,
celebrating today.
today, so
So my
true, so
best wishes
true.
to everyone.
सो मैम शुरू करते हैं आई थिंक आज का दिन इज सो एनर्जेटिक एंड सो पॉजिटिव आई मीन आई थिंक दैट हर दिन ही ऐसा होता है बट मे बी बिकॉज इट्स द स्टार्ट ऑफ नवरात्रि सो टू बिगिन विथ schools are reopening all across and I am also listening the news that Delhi में that there are areas जहाँ पे मास्क ना लगाने पे अब फाइन भी नहीं लगेगा सो आई एम श्योर हम उस कोविड के जो एक नेगेटिव एनवायरनमेंट था उससे बाहर निकल रहे हैं और निकल ही जाएंगे द न्यू नॉर्मल हैज स्टार्टेड बिगिनिंग अप so what kind of excitement are you seeing, Upasana ma'am, when it comes to students coming back to the school, coming back to the routine? So what do you have to say for if you see what kind of change is there, because I'm very sure they must be very excited to go back to the school again and वो जो एक रूटीन होता है. So ma'am, here you go. आपको क्या कैसा लगता है and what is the response you're getting from the students and parents?
Prerna ji, children as well as students, and not to leave behind teachers. In fact, all of us were very excited to have the children back. And let me share with you, last year when we were in COVID and we were having online classes, even grade 1 and 2 children, they used to message to me to find out, "Ma'am, when are our schools opening? We want to come back to school." So, getting this from grade 1 and 2 children, it was very, very exciting for all of us. But of course,
Yeah.
the times were such that, we could not have the children back. So it was very, a noble experience for everybody. None of us were
Yeah.
prepared for this COVID time.
So true.
Uh,
Yeah.
so the children, teachers, all of us were very excited to, have the school back. And last year we got a chance to bring the children in Karnataka. Situation was little all right. So in Bengaluru we were allowed to open the school. So last year, somewhere
Right.
in December, we got a chance to open the school for grade 6 to 12. So it was wonderful to have them back. It actually seemed that the school came back to life.
So true, so true. Because somehow even I feel this, Upasana ma'am, that our school is basically an institution which is incomplete without administration, without teachers, without students, and of course without parents also. Because I remember when I was in school, those parent teachers meeting, how excited we used to be that tomorrow my parents are coming along with me and they'll be seeing my report card, and then teacher would be. I used to be like, it used to be a very mixed emotion. जब भी complain होना होता था, I used to be very anxious. But when it used to be about good marks, good, acknowledgement, I used to be very excited about that. Okay, all right. So today, mom or, dad's going to listen something really very good about me. So I think that school is incomplete अगर इनमें से कोई भी एक part missing है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही, मैं आपसे बिल्कुल अग्री करती हूँ, क्योंकि स्कूल जो है उसके कुछ पिलर्स होते हैं. उसमें
बिल्कुल.
स्टूडेंट के साथ, टीचर्स के साथ, मैनेजमेंट के साथ पेरेंट्स भी इक्वल रोल प्ले करते हैं. ये चार
Okay.
पिलर हैं जिसके ऊपर एक स्कूल खड़ा होता है. सो दैट वेज आई फील कि पेरेंट्स का इंटरेक्शन और पेरेंट्स का एसोसिएशन स्कूल के साथ उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट है जितना टीचर स्टूडेंट का इंटरेक्शन है. बिकॉज वेन वी
बिल्कुल.
हैव, हाँ जी, तो पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग जो हमारी वन ऑन वन होती थी जैसे आप बता रहे हो, एंड ऑल ऑफ अस यूज टू लुक फॉरवर्ड टू दैट. एंड likewise in the school we also look forward to have interaction with the parents because we can give first hand information,
Yeah.
take first hand information from the parents, and work towards the benefit of the child. But this was missing, of course. All the schools, we all were having online parent teacher meeting. That
Right.
also was one on one, but I somehow feel that personal touch, that was missing in all these
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are really looking forward to, and we've been fortunate to have the final PTM which we had. That was a one-on-one PTM. We invited the parents to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the experience which I think all of us look forward to.
Right.
Teachers, management, students, and parents as well. Because वो
Right.
integral part है हमारे institution का.
Right, right. Ma'am, coming back to one thing very important because as I've said, like you've been seeing my page, and otherwise also I'm in touch with a lot of students community, especially if I talk about Bangalore, in particular. So, I have been seeing that there is, after this 1.5 years of virtual classes model, there has been a change in terms of behavior when it comes to a students. I am not trying to geographically classify the student lot, but if I count the entire student community as one, I feel that because they were confined, the the prospects were very bleak, very low, and the chances as in the exposure when it comes to your overall personality, your mental health, your your that excitement of as I've just said, that excitement of going to the school, and then वो एक anxiousness कि कहीं कोई complain ना कर दे. All this is a very crucial part when it comes to our overall development and that mental health also. What do you have to say for student of your school? Are you noticing anything like this post COVID scenario जहाँ पे students के अंदर hitch है, जहाँ पे I will not say low confident, but yes, they are very when it comes to sharing their thoughts, they are very skeptical. They have become very narrow when it comes to opening up and talking to new people. Because I tell you, ma'am, I have interviewed a lot of principals, and I am in touch with a lot of students. One thing I've been listening, एंड दी अदर डे जब मैं आपसे बात भी कर रही थी, मैंने आपको बताया भी था कि मैम हम मेंटल हेल्थ को लेके इतनी बात कर रहे हैं, आज भी हम इस बारे में इतनी बात करते हैं, उसके बाद भी लोग अभी भी अवेयर नहीं है. वन, लोगों के अंदर अभी भी डर और हिच है अपनी अपनी बात कहने का, अपने अपने इनफैक्ट आई थिंक अपने उन इमोशंस को शेयर करने का, फॉर दैट मैटर. सो व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से, उपासना मैम, जो बच्चे आपके पास आते हैं, या आई थिंक इट कैन बी टीचर्स, इट कैन बी एनीबॉडी, इट कैन बी पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो, बिकॉज कोविड के टाइम पे तो पेरेंट्स और स्टूडेंट्स दोनों की ही कुछ ना कुछ इस तरीके के थॉट प्रोसेस थे जो एक तरीके से अलाइन नहीं हो पा रहे थे. सो व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से हियर, कीपिंग द पैंडेमिक इन माइंड, पोस्ट पैंडेमिक सिनेरियो में किस तरीके के चेंजेस यू फील जो स्टूडेंट्स के अंदर आए हैं?
सी प्रेरणा जी, इस टाइम पे जो कोविड का टाइम था, एंड स्पेशली
जी.
इफ आई टॉक अबाउट बैंगलोर, सो एंड आई टॉक अबाउट माय स्टूडेंट्स. सो
Yeah.
माय स्टूडेंट एंड माय स्कूल इज नॉट लाइक अ रेगुलर सिविल स्कूल विच यू फाइंड. सो हमारे स्कूल का सिनेरियो जो है वो बाकी सारे स्कूल से अलग है, और
जी.
काफी यूनिक है. क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ जो फैमिलीज हैं, मोस्ट ऑफ द फैमिलीज दे आर स्टेइंग अलोन.
Yeah.
So the mother is there staying in the city and the father is posted out somewhere. So I have almost 70% children like this.
Okay.
So, and also, seeing the, keeping the city, Bengaluru in mind, the houses are smaller, the open spaces are lesser. So when the children were there for 2 years, almost 2 years, or 1.5 years, they were stuck in their houses, in that 2 or 3 rooms, which, their own apartment or wherever these children were staying. And they were forced to share that space with their parents and their
Yeah.
siblings, which
Yeah.
actually does not happen on a routine basis.
Right. So true.
Routinely, a child spends, 6 to 7 hours in school, 1 hour commuting, 2 hours playing, going for tuition, going for coaching. So they are actually the time spent with the family. You can bring it to 2 to 3 hours at the max in a day.
Yeah, yeah,
So, but all of us, were forced to spend 24 by 7. Were there with each other. So that has created a lot of problems in the children when we saw them when they came back in December, first
yeah,
time for a
yeah,
month. And then, of course, later on this year in February, we could have these children back. So, first major thing is, like you were saying, the children are very drawn. They don't want to, like, there is hesitation. They are
yeah,
drawn. They don't want to communicate to anybody because probably that was the time which this, the withdrawal symptom, or I don't want to talk to, anyone, has come up because of this whole scenario of staying every time
yeah,
together, where the parents were half of the times not even knowing what the child is doing. Frankly speaking, that applies to me as well. My children's teachers would know my child better because they spend more time,
yeah.
and they also open to the teachers more, and teachers observe the children interacting with other children, and
Right.
the seniors, the juniors, their
Yeah,
peers.
yeah,
So parents most of the times, they, of course, I'm not saying that everybody does not know, but yet of course there are, it to a certain extent it happens that the teachers and the children, they are more connected and they
yeah,
communicate more. So this, when this channel of communication was broken during this online classes, see, because the children were upgraded to the next grade last
right.
year. I mean, the first time when the lockdown was there. So the
Yeah,
teachers got the students; they did not have any interaction with them. Then again, they were upgraded to the next last year. Again, they were upgraded. So again, there was a next set of teachers who did not know these children. You know, so that communication and that trust was not to the extent what it should be or it would
right.
have been when the children
Yeah,
were there in the school.
yeah.
So that was the missing link, which I feel, has contributed towards this problem of communication
Yes.
amongst the children. uh, then there is another one. They don't want to share. They don't want to share space. They don't want
Yeah.
to, talk to children or their peers. And
I
also,
here Upasana, I'm so sorry, I'm interrupting. I think here, because the audience is also there, and I'm getting some questions also in the question box. I somehow feel, ma'am, because they were so students were confined, as you have just mentioned, कि स्टूडेंट्स इतने ज्यादा कंफाइंड थे, वो अपनी उनकी एक अपनी खुद की स्पेस बन चुकी थी.
हाँ
So
जी,
they were not going beyond that point. They were not matlab the exposure, yes, it wasn't there, as you have very rightly mentioned that, because they were very fearful also. I remember, like, in Lucknow. So though Lucknow is very famous for big big places where the where the students can go play games,
mhm.
but still parents were not sending their wards. Parents were very fearful. No student was going out. So I think this is one very important thing which you have just mentioned, staying all the time at home, in their rooms, watching their tablets, watching their cell phones, studying or whatever. So that was the only space they had. तो उसके बियॉन्ड दे वर नॉट लिसनिंग, दे वर नॉट रेडी टू कि अपनी बात शेयर भी कर पाए. तो मुझे लगता है
Yes,
मैम, एक ये भी बहुत बड़ी वजह रही है जो बच्चों का अब जो एक बिहेवियर डेवलप हुआ है, वो मुझे लगता है वो बस टू द पॉइंट है. दे डोंट वांट टू exert beyond that point. They don't want to even make any effort, because
yes,
when I see a lot of teachers, they say that, Prerna, we are talking to them, we are like 24/7 available. See, हमारे टाइम पे मैम, आई रिमेम्बर कि प्रिंसिपल्स और टीचर्स के नंबर्स हमारे पास नहीं होते थे, पेरेंट्स के पास होते थे.
हाँ,
इनफैक्ट अगर मैं 3 साल पुरानी बात भी करूं मैम, तो पेरेंट्स के पास ही टीचर्स के, क्लास टीचर्स के, सब्जेक्ट टीचर्स के या
हम्म,
प्रिंसिपल्स के नंबर्स होते थे. टुडे all the students should feel privileged that they have the personal number of their teachers, their administration, their principals. So somehow this is a 24/7 network now. Because
Agree completely. Mhm.
last time I interviewed a principal, she said that प्रेरणा हमें रात को 12 बजे भी कोई प्रॉब्लम का स्क्रीनशॉट आ जाता है. तो you know, so I feel that when we as in I'm here talking about all the principals and all the teachers, जब we have exerted ourselves beyond a point, keeping the scenario in mind, I think it's now student who have to be very, very responsible.
Absolutely. I agree with you completely because, like you just now shared, that, in the middle of the night also we get problems and, children are
Yeah,
reaching out. But, it is not, coming out in a way what we expect the children now because they are back in school. We have started
yes,
with the session.
yes,
So I think, to come out of their shell, uh, it will take time. See, I'll tell you one thing why the children were reaching out even in the middle of the night, because he knew that nobody else is knowing about my problem.
yeah,
Only
yeah,
my
so
teacher
true.
knows. So the child was coming out and the child was willingly, talking to the teacher or
True.
communicating in case of
Yeah,
any issue was there, personal or academic or, any other. But when it is a classroom, and when the child knows there are, 40 other, 39 children other sitting in the class who are looking at me or who would be hearing my conversation with the teacher, that is the time they are withdrawing back into the shell. We
yes,
are really, we need to make an effort, all of us. We are also having a lot of counseling sessions for the
yeah,
teachers as well. How to deal with the children now, because there are a lot of issues which the children are having. And like you were initially mentioning, that the mental health issues, which we all know, but we hesitate to acknowledge. We are always living in this, a frame of mind that, oh, it will never happen to me or to my child.
true. So
You know,
true, in fact, yeah.
yes. So it can happen to any one of us, and there are
Absolutely. In
children
fact,
who gone
yeah,
into
yeah,
depression
ma'am.
because of
I
this.
think here, I think I would request you because I think that when we say that our home is our first institution, that is one place where we are very candid.
Yes.
We talk, we smile, we dance as if nobody is watching. We share our thoughts, we cry. So I somehow feel that, I mean, I want you to send a message, I mean, say something to the parents, because अगर students schools में नहीं बता पा रहे schools में बल्कि the this provision is so nice that now we have a psychological counselor there in the school. We have a special help, मैं तो बोलूंगी मैम. It's a help which is provided in the school, but still I see a lot of students actually hesitate. उन्हें डर लगता है, एक टैबू है कि यार हमें मेंटल हेल्थ रिलेटेड इश्यूज है या कुछ इस तरीके का. तो मैम, योर मैसेज टू ऑल द पेरेंट्स हु आर वाचिंग अस एंड लेटर व्हेन दे विल वॉच द वीडियो, दैट दे कैन बी मतलब what exactly are the things that how can they be of help to their children, because I think अगर बच्चे अपने पेरेंट्स तक ही रीच आउट हो जाए तो थ्रू पेरेंट्स हम तक ये बात आ
Yes.
जाएगी.
Yes. In fact, Humby school mein, whenever we have some issue with the child, child is not opening up, and we come to know eventually. So Humby
Yeah,
bachcho ko bolte, if not to the teacher, speak to your mother, speak to your father, speak to your elder brother, sister, sibling, or, grandparents. लेकिन प्रेरणा, प्रॉब्लम क्या है, कभी कभी बच्चों को लगता है, और ये एक्चुअली ऑन ग्राउंड होता भी है, they feel that if I will tell or I will share this particular thing with my parents, they will judge me.
yeah,
So parents से मेरी ये रिक्वेस्ट है, इट्स एन अर्नेस्ट रिक्वेस्ट, listen patiently to the children. Listen very patiently. Give them a your ear, उनको आप टाइम दीजिए, पेशेंटली सुनिए. और बच्चे को ये फेथ बच्चे का आपके अंदर होना चाहिए कि मैं अगर अपने पेरेंट्स से कुछ शेयर कर रहा हूं तो उसमें मेरी गलती, दे विल नॉट जज मी दैट आई हैव डन एनीथिंग रॉन्ग. जब तक बच्चे के दिमाग में हम ऐसा कुछ बना के रखेंगे कि अगर
बना
ऐसा
के
कुछ
रख.
होगा तो ये तुम्हारी गलती है, यू आर एट फॉल्ट, it's not that, it's wrong. This approach is wrong, because
Yeah,
we all get affected by the society. लोग क्या कहेंगे, किसी को पता चलेगा, and all those things. And we also try to tell our children, छोड़ दो, ऐसा होता है, nothing new,
I know, so
forget it,
true, I mean.
ignore it, है ना. So this is my earnest request, through your channel, that please listen to your children and let them know that you will never judge them. They
Wow.
should know that their parents are there with them,
Yes.
holding their hands.
Yes.
You know, this is very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, I think that's very, very important also, Upasana ma'am, because as I've just, we were discussing that student is very, a child is very candid, in fact, vulnerable, very jolly, very confident when it comes to, his or her family. So if at least not coming to the school and coming to the psychological counselor, at least if they reach out to their parents, I think they would be directed very, very correctly. And absolutely, maybe the parent can come to the school to the psychological help that, look, this is what I have, noticed. And if you can just counsel my ward. So I think it has to be a mutual effort, not just of the students, not just of the teachers, but also of the parents now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, प्रेरणा, किसी भी बच्चे की ग्रोथ
जी.
एक किसी एक माध्यम से नहीं होती है. उसमें सबका बराबर रोल होता है. टीचर का, पेरेंट्स का, उनकी एनवायरनमेंट का, फ्रेंड्स का, घर में जो मेंबर्स हैं उनका, स्कूल में हम जो एनवायरनमेंट बच्चों को प्रोवाइड करते हैं, हर चीज अपना एक रोल प्ले करती है बच्चे की ओवरऑल ग्रोथ में. तो
Right.
उसमें से अगर आप कोई भी एक फैक्टर हटा देंगे तो बच्चे की ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट कहीं ना कहीं इम्पैक्ट होती है. सो
Right.
इसलिए हमारे आई जस्ट शेयर विद यू माय काउंसलर, we have a in-house counselor 24/7. She's there available for the children. We were doing up her room and then I said, okay, let's put up a nice. She said, no, ma'am, please do not put up a board outside my room. Nobody should know it's a counselor's room. So on the door, she's written, "You are welcome." That's it. So she doesn't, because she said there is again a taboo attached with it. Oh, you went to the counselor's room. What happened?
What
Why did you
happened?
meet
What
the
happened? Yeah.
counselor?
Yeah.
So the hesitation in the children would be there that, okay, somebody will see me and they will judge me that I
They
had
will
some
judge me.
requirement. So I had to see the counselor. So she has come up with this idea, ma'am, please don't put the board of counselor's room outside my room. Everybody knows I'm there.
Yeah.
So, just to remove these taboos and, these notions which are there in our mind, we all have to, contribute from our side, because in this entire scenario of pandemic, the sect of the human population is the children who have suffered the most.
बिल्कुल
We
बिल्कुल
all
मैम,
have,
absolutely.
but children
This
have the other
reminds me
one.
of one incident. I just wanted to state that we often say that we should not judge. I think ये चीज बहुत बोलने लगे हैं, सब बोलते हैं, मतलब मैं बच्चों को भी सुना है बोलते हुए. Everybody says कि यार I don't judge, we don't judge. But I somehow feel that we all do that until it comes on us. जब तक
I
हमारे
agree.
ऊपर वो नहीं आती. And I through this, in fact, because the conversation is going to the direction where we can actually, whosoever is listening to us also, they can actually imagine that, because this is the real on ground situation happening. Students are not reaching out, and कहीं ना कहीं मन में अंदर ही अंदर उनका confidence, उनका overall development, उनका career stake पे है because of this.
बिल्कुल.
And one day when they realize, till that time, there might be a stage जो वो इतने ज्यादा weak as in terms of their emotions, in terms of their confidence हो जाते हैं मैम, that even that help is not able to do any good. Because I came
Yes.
across post COVID, I came across with lots and lots of cases and students where the parent later said that हाँ हमने तो ये notice किया था, but we don't know that this is what is going on. So I somehow feel that, I mean, we say we don't judge. I am not asking anybody, neither I am answering anybody. In our mind, in our heart, we should not, because nobody knows what is the circumstances within the other person, what is the atmosphere the other person is, what is the situation the other person is. Till we
True.
don't know that, let's start with this one good activity, good trait, that we are not judging anybody. I
Yes.
mean, when I say that, I think it has to be in nature, because अगर मुझे लगता है मैम, अगर ये एक चीज हम सब purely follow करने लगे, I think we all would be really free I mean, not just the students, even we. I mean,
Yes.
we get anxious कि यार ये क्या बोलेंगे. Who,
Hmm.
मतलब, ये society is basically, this is the judgment thing which is happening around us.
Yes. I think I tell my children, my school children, whenever I have an interaction, I said, see,
जी.
what is right for me may be wrong for you. What is wrong for you may be right for me. There is nobody to tell you right and wrong.
Yeah,
You have to judge for yourself what is right and wrong,
right.
you know, and that applies to all of us for that matter, not only for children. What you may feel, okay, a certain thing or any act, it may be correct in your own opinion. Unless, of course, it is not, as per the law. I'm just talking about routine affairs or, routine things which are
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
in,
yeah.
like log kya kahenge, yeah, that is the biggest drawback which troubles everybody.
Everybody,
Parents,
true,
students,
true.
teachers, even us, the management, we will also say, okay, what will be
Even
the
us,
reaction of
yes.
the parent community and, the management. We all need to really take a call and, start thinking about what's right according to my own senses and my thought process. Listen to your conscience. That's what I tell my children. Your conscience will
So
never
true.
fail you.
Yo,
It will
yeah,
never
so
fail
true
you.
about it. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, that's absolutely correct because that inner feeling actually it never like वो हम अपने mind को इतना ज्यादा exaggerate कर लेते हैं, इतना ज्यादा
हाँ.
उसको brainstorming कर लेते हैं कि हमें we don't listen to that conscious what is that feeling coming in, that thought coming in.
Yes. That conscience, that is the voice in your head will always tell you right and wrong. It
Yeah,
will always guide you to
yeah,
differentiate,
yeah.
यू नो दैट ये मैं करूं या मैं नहीं करूं, या मुझे इसे करने से नुकसान है, फायदा है, सही है, गलत है. हमेशा आपको जो है ना, बोलते हैं कि रास्ता दिखाने के लिए ऑफ कोर्स पेरेंट्स, टीचर्स सब गाइड करते हैं, बट आपको गाइड करने के लिए योर इनर वॉइस इज देयर, योर कॉन्शियस इज
Yeah,
देयर, विद विल नेवर फेल इफ यू कीप ऑन हियरिंग टू इट.
so true, so
है ना?
true.
हम
Yeah.
हम सबको इनर वॉइस बताता है क्या सही है क्या गलत
बिल्कुल
है,
बिल्कुल मैम, बिल्कुल.
लेकिन हम
I,
थोड़े दिन बाद जब हम उसको सुनना बंद कर देते हैं, हम जब कॉन्शियस की आवाज को
yeah,
सुनना बंद कर देते हैं या दबा देते हैं, आफ्टर सम टाइम इट ऑल्सो स्टॉप्स.
so true.
सो बच्चों के लिए तो मैं हमेशा ये बोलती हूँ, ऑलवेज लिसन टू योर कॉन्शियस विल गाइड यू विद राइट एंड रॉन्ग. यू विल नेवर फेल
Absolutely,
देयर.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I think that's very, very important also because, when we say that inner voice, I think हम सबको वो जो gut feeling है, that gut feeling is nothing else but then that conscious is trying to tell you that
True.
exactly, there is nothing because I somehow feel I remember when I was in class fifth. So I am from a convent school, Upasana ma'am. So there used to be, we used to call her sister because sister, father, ऐसे. So I remember sister Sonia. I'm taking her name also here. So she came. So I used to be very confused. कुछ होता था तो I used to just think that अभी ऐसे करें कैसे करें, डांट तो नहीं, but I think that's how I can relate with the mind of a student because I have gone through the same stage. So I remember she came to me. She said that Prerna, come to my office. I said, okay. I thought ab aaj to daat padegi for something. She said, why you keep on thinking before doing any action? I said, ma'am, because I don't want to do anything wrong. कहते okay. So then in that case, तो आप तो कभी गलती करते नहीं होगे. मैंने कहा नहीं मैम, I make mistakes. So she said one thing very important which I want to share with everybody. She said that Prerna, making mistake is a part of journey. Learning from that mistake is what you have to inculcate in your trait, inculcate in your habit. And believe me, Upasana ma'am, that actually cleared my thought process because we don't know what is right, what is wrong. Let's say today I made a mistake, automatically I will correct it. Until or unless I am not making an action, मुझे पता कैसे चलेगा कि सही क्या है और गलत क्या है.
True.
So that was the mind of a class fifth student. Till date, believe me, it helped me a lot
Hmm.
because whenever it is, it is about just a moment. I think, ma'am, am I audible? Okay.
Yes, you are
So
audible.
whenever it is about taking an action, I do it. Let's say if it
Hmm.
is not happening the way I wanted, I learn from it. But at
Yes.
least I'm not stopping myself. So I think, dear students, it's a time we should not stop. You should execute it, and अगर आपको लगता है कि ये गलत है तो उसको इम्प्रोवाइज करो या उससे सीखो और कोशिश करो उस गलती को दोबारा मत करो, बिकॉज आई एम श्योर कि गलतियां तो
बिल्कुल,
होंगी. Just
बिल्कुल.
not repeating the same mistake is the message I want to say here.
Exactly, exactly. Very profound thought which you shared, told by your sister. Because, of course, till the time an action is done, you don't know whether it is right and wrong.
Yeah,
वो
yeah,
तो होने के बाद पता चलेगा, because your
बिल्कुल
action is not only your action, it is governed by so many circumstances which are there in the environment.
true,
So you
true.
may succeed, you may not succeed. So, we all, like we discuss, we say there is never a failure, because whenever
Yeah.
you're not succeeding, there also you're learning something.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
you
absolutely.
may learn, sometimes you're learning what to do, but from where you do not succeed, you learn what not to do.
Yeah, yeah, so true.
So we learn from everything and every time,
Everything.
whatever we do,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
one
So,
has
so
to be open
absolutely,
to,
one has to be
you know,
open. Yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
that's
I somehow feel, Upasana, when we are talking, we are live today from two different states. You are in Bangalore, I'm, sitting in Delhi, but it doesn't feel like, that.
Hello.
Hello,
Yes,
ma'am,
Prerna,
can
I
you
can
hear me?
hear you.
Because the I think there is some network issue here. Let me just see my
I can hear
Wi-Fi.
you. Yeah, ma'am, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Prerna.
I
Yes.
cannot see your video though. I don't know what has happened.
Okay.
I can see you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear, but the video
Okay.
now it
Okay.
is there. Okay, now absolutely there. So I mean, the Wi-Fi issue. Technically we
Yes.
become at times so dependent without Wi-Fi. We were talking nicely, but it's just
I'm in
that there's some
Bangalore.
Wi-Fi
It
issue
happens.
came in.
I'm in Bangalore. It happens all the time, Prerna. IT hub, IT city of the country, but it's there everywhere.
I think it happens
Super thing.
everywhere when it is about
Hmm.
when it is about technology. I think it can
Yeah.
happen anywhere, anytime. Because कई बार तो thankfully I must also thanks technology because of it. See people sitting in two different states talking to
Yes.
each other so nicely, and the connectivity is so strong. So that's what I
Yes.
was saying. It doesn't feel like if you want to make anything happen. See now we are equipped with technology also. I mean,
True.
imagine 10 years back इस तरीके का कॉन्वर्सेशन दो लोगों के डिफरेंट डिफरेंट स्टेट्स में होने के बाद एक साथ इस तरीके से बात करना और लोगों को जोड़ना आई थिंक इट वुड नॉट हैव बीन एज स्मूथ एज इट इज राइट नाउ so I think I
Absolutely.
always see the positive side of everything. And and I know because Upasana ma'am, when we were discussing for the talk show, तो मुझे एक बात बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगी which I would like my audience to know, that you are very you can sense that positivity coming from the other person. You said that नहीं प्रेरणा, मैंने कहा मैम it has to be like this, इस दिन करेंगे, और हम एक महीने से तो बात कर ही रहते that on second we are going to do
बिल्कुल.
that.
बिल्कुल.
Every time I spoke to you, मुझे वो जो एक होप का या जो एक पॉजिटिव उसका जो एक पैरामीटर होता है ना मैम, वो ग्राफ ऐसे 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 होता रहा, विच आई रियली अप्रिशिएटेड बिकॉज वेन एवर यू आई हैवंट मेट यू पर्सनली, बट वो मुझे कभी लगा ही नहीं दैट आई डोंट नो उपासना मैम और आई हैवंट मेट उपासना मैम. सो थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग मी दैट कंफर्ट. वो फोन पे भी और वर्चुअली तो कोई कह भी नहीं सकता दैट वी हैवंट मेट येट. सो
Actually.
या, सो दिस इज व्हाट आई से दैट it's in our mind. If I would have thought कि उपासना मैम मुझसे बात करेंगे कि नहीं, oh she's in Bangalore, I'm in Delhi, why will she be interested in coming online with me? So it's all in our mind. Until we do that, we have to take an action and proceed.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what, and this is the notion which has helped all of us. प्रेरणा, हम लोग ये 2 साल हम सबने ऐसे ही काटे हैं,
Yeah.
thinking, okay, let's meet up. Now this meeting is all virtual. आज हम जैसे मिल रहे हैं, और आपने जैसा बोला, अभी ये मीडियम इतना हम लोगों के लिए कन्वीनियंट हो गया है, प्रेरणा जी, की
Yeah.
इतना 2 साल से हम लोग, जैसे मेरी आज आपसे मुलाकात हुई है, अभी इससे पहले तो हम सिर्फ फोन पे बात कर रहे थे.
बिल्कुल.
तो एक्चुअली मुझको ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है कि हम पहली बार ही मिल रहे हैं,
Yes.
frankly speaking.
Yeah.
And you also have, like you're saying, you get vibes from people. Yes,
Yeah.
all of us, we all get vibes. And I am a strong believer of, having good vibes, not having good
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. But I am also very grateful that we have this technology that, it helped all of us to sail through.
Yes.
सबके काम होते रहे, बिजनेस होते रहे,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
मीटिंग्स होती रही, हमारे
मीटिंग्स
बच्चों की
होती रही
पढ़ाई होती रही, क्लासेस चलती
बिल्कुल
रही. सो इट्स ऑल थैंक्स टू टेक्नोलॉजी. एंड ऑफ कोर्स देखिए, अच्छा बुरा तो सब में है. अच्छाई बुराई तो हम रेगुलर स्कूल में भी है, हमारे काम
बिल्कुल
काज में भी है, हमारे रूटीन में भी है. लेकिन सिर्फ बुराई देखते रहेंगे तो कैसे काम चलेगा भाई. अच्छी चीजें
so true
देखनी चाहिए.
so true so true so true. So thank you so much, Upasana ma'am, for coming live with me today, and we had a wonderful conversation and a very candid one. Thank you once again, Upasana ma'am, for coming live.
Thank you, Prerna, for connecting with me, and thank you to all of the viewers who all are watching. And once again, a happy New Year, happy Navratri to all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
God
ma'am.
bless.